Hey, what's up, y'all? This is DJ Gabriel, and I'm a local DJ from Houston, Texas. And today I'm gonna show y'all my setup for streaming my mixes on using OBS, going into Instagram, Mixcloud, Facebook, and all the all other platforms that you can mix to and stream your set to, like Twitch and others. But what I'm gonna do right now is show you my hardware for my setup, and then go into the software like OBS and the Mixcloud Live that's available now. But I'll get into that after I show you what I'm working with as far as hardware setup goes. And as far as my YouTube channel goes, this is probably my first video as far as the editing goes, in which I'm going through my setup. So it's not the fancy cool graphics and screenshots and display captures that you can do using different software. But I'm behind the camera. Just thought I'd just walk through what I'm using. So, and bear with me as I go through this thing, because I have a lot of stuff hooked up. Also, to remind you guys, I'm doing this all off of my Mac with touch. It's the 15-inch Mac. See my dog in the background. I'm using the 15-inch Mac Pro with touch bar. A lot of people say, well, hey, you need to use 2 PCs and that'll get you a dedicated service. That's true. You'll get a more of a dedicated server and different signal to to broadcast the stream. But trust me, I went through a lot of trial and error to get this going, and I was like, you know what, let me just try it with my MacBook. Now you do need that little dongle there, the connection that's going to be your multiple connections to get you your 2 USB-Cs, your 2 standard USBs, and it has an HDMI in the back there if you wanted to run an HDMI into there. But you need that dongle. You need to get OBS, which is free. There's Ecamm and there's some other streaming services out there, but I'm using OBS, and I'll show you here in a second on how it's set up. But OBS is free. I'm running two different iOS devices, and I'll show you those two in a second. I know y'all just seen my mix board here. It's because I'm doing it freehand, or not freehand, but just handheld right now. So let me walk you through what I have. So here's my Tractor S2, the basic S2. It's a beast, man. This thing here has got me through a lot of gigs. Knock on wood, right there. That thing's got me through a lot of gigs, and I appreciate Tractor and the longevity it's been giving me. So you Tractor fans out there, that's a good board, man. I know there's new versions, but I got the S2, and I'm working on getting some new stuff. But for right now, it's working pretty good. So there's Mario. Got him there on my mix board. I'll show you why he's facing that way later. Okay, then you see my cool logo. Check out my website. It's djgabriel.com. That's my logo there. Like I said, forgive the camera shots here because I'm going handheld. There's one of my gigs. I was DJing at Topgolf, so that was a fun event. Now there's my MacBook. There's the dongle. I think that's $100. So you need that to get that USB and USB-C connections. Over here you'll see there's my Pioneer headset. And DJs, if you're just getting into DJing, it doesn't matter what headphones you have. You're basically, for me anyway, you're checking the mix, making sure that you're in sync, make sure you can hear the song and hear what's in queue. but those are the Pioneer headset. Doesn't matter which ones you use, but I just happen to use those. And there's my mic, which is the Shure Beta 58. And really, this mic has a blue stripe around the end of the mic there. It's basically, it's a damn good mic. It's the step below the condenser Beta, which isn't wireless, but this mic is amazing. I mean, it's a little pricey, you know. I have multiple mics, of course, you know, I've run podcasts and stuff, and having backup SM58s, but this right here is a great mic. Now I'm doing weddings and other events. I run wireless for those events, but for something like this, plus I'll show you the audio interface that I use. And I've tried it. I paid $700 and something for my wireless mic, but the wireless Shure that I use, it doesn't work that great with the audio interface that I'm about to show you. So this plugs right into, you can see the cable. You can see my dog back there again. Her name's Poppy, so I'm sure y'all see her more. But that cable runs right into the back of my S2, direct input, XLR to 1/4 inch, and then there's a gain control on the back of that S2, and it comes in clear. I mean, yes, you can do some adjustments inside Tractor, but for the most part, you don't need any preamp. It's not a condenser mic. You don't need any phantom power for that mic. So it works pretty good. So going on to the rest of what I have set up, of course, you know, you're gonna need some sort of tripod. So there's the tripod there, and you know, that's just the basic you know, Proline mic stand. Get that at Guitar Center or Amazon. Down back here is a tripod that you'll need when you're streaming, because you know, you want your audience to see you. There's the gold iPhone 7 that is running into OBS. Now in OBS, you just plug it in, and I'll show you all that later. But you plug in the iPhone and you use that as a camera. It's an HD camera running 720. You know, when you run into OBS, you know, you can run 4K and all that stuff. You don't really need to, because most of the time your audience is watching it on a phone, which isn't technically 4K. It's 720. Now you can go get a webcam and do that as well. But if you have these phones laying around, and especially with me, that's a 7, it works great. It works great. And you can see, if you see my Instagram, which is DJ_Gabriel_Garcia, and I'll put that in the description, you'll see, well, on some of the feeds, well, since Mixcloud doesn't save the mixes, but either way, if you have an iPhone 7 laying around, you know, those devices will come in handy when you're trying to do stuff like this, as opposed to going out and getting a webcam. Now if you have a webcam, you know, use the webcam. But if you have an iPhone laying around, shoot, those work pretty good. Now, like I said, I have an iPhone 7, and then over here is my iTouch. So that iTouch is charging right now, but the iTouch gives you that second perspective of zooming in on your mix board. So you want to give your audience, you know, a different perspective. So I have the iPhone 7 facing me, and I have my iTouch facing my mix board. You know, people want to see what's going on. You know, I've streamed before with one camera, no big deal. You know, I still had plenty of people watch me, and good, you know, great interaction and great feedback. But you know, if you can add that second camera, that's even better. Plus, with this dongle, when you go run, now here I'll show you. Well, like I said, I'm running this by hand with my camera here, but that's your lightning is charging, but the lightning will go right USB, and you can see how I grab this cord here. So this cord, that's the one going up to my iPhone 7, and it plugs in USB, and I'll show you in OBS on how that connects. Then of course you know, you're going to need an audio interface. So for me, the Duo, if I can get a good shot of it down there, back this camera up, there we go. So there's your iRig Duo Pro, just came out. I paid like 200 bucks for it. You would not believe the sound quality on that little sucker. Right now you can see I'm running XLR straight into it, and it has separate controls for your volume coming out of my S2. So my S2 is 1/4 inch out, which is back here. You can see it behind Mario, so you can see those two connections there. That's my line 1 and 2 out, going into the iRig Duo. Now, when you get the iRig Duo, now here, let me show you this. I'll show you that later. But you can use I had an older version of iRig that I was using, which is like a guitar input, and it worked great. But when I went to the iRig Duo, man, clear difference. You know, because people, when you're streaming, you can broadcast it out your speakers. You can hook up your DJ speakers, and I've done that before, and then just pump it right into the phone. But when you're using OBS, you have to have that audio interface. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, as far as I'm aware of, you need that audio interface to tell the computer, hey, this is the sound, you know, you want to be broadcasting. Now, you probably could get away without an interface. You know, if some people are out there watching, you probably can. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it. I just went straight with iRig audio interfaces from the start when I started streaming. So also, if you want to throw in, of course, if you're a DJ, you know, you're gonna have your lights laying around. If you don't, you're just starting to get into streaming. Like I said, I want to touch all bases here. If you are an advanced DJ or a beginning DJ, of course, I have my Tripar LED uplights. I have a few of these laying around. Then there's my laser, RGB, or not RG, just red and green. Red and green laser, which is amazing. Then, you know, of course, I have a Scorpion down there, which is a beast. I mean, that thing is just phenomenal. Throws out a green, dual green strobes, which is bananas. Of course, I have other up lights and dance lights, but when you're streaming, you know, you want to throw that light on the back wall. And behind me, you know, I have a wall. I'm in my back bedroom here, and you know, you want to have some sort of lighting. But with OBS, you know, you're gonna get that clear signal, that clear picture. I'm not too sure on the effects, but what we can do now is go and move on to the software part, and I just want to show you the hardware. So let's move on and look at the software next. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the software portion of getting your stream going. And I use Tractor, of course. The S2, which I showed you earlier, is what I have going, and then of course Tractor here. And then, so now, earlier, you know, I showed y'all the iPhone 7, which is up here. That's connected, and you can see the live feed showing the curtains. I don't want to have it facing me because, you know, just to give y'all an idea. Plus, I just threw it up there just to show you the feed, and you'll see that in OBS here in a second. Now, I have touch. I have there, and that's running. So that lightning, once again, it's just your phone charger. Right out of your phone, the lightning to, and that's not even a Apple approved cable. You know, that's just one I bought at a like convenience store or something. But you know, you can use an off the shelf cable. Of course, you know, Apple verified Apple cables probably, you know, will give you a 100% chance of it connecting. But hey, you can see here, and I'll show you in a second. You can see it's blue. Of course, the other one is is white, you know, is the Apple approved cable. You can see them there. But you know, it still works regardless of the connection. And like I said, you know, I'm still working off my handheld and tripod version here without getting into the cool flashy display captures of, you know, doing it. I'm just doing it off the cuff here, and you know, I just want to get the video out. Right now I don't know if too many DJs using Mixcloud, and when this video posts here in a couple days or next day or so, you know, there's not too many DJs using Mixcloud. You know, we're still, you know, going with Facebook and going back and forth between Instagram and, you know, getting kicked off, getting the boot and getting a warning letter. And, you know, I know DJs out there that have been DJing and then they're banned and they got to switch accounts and create a whole new account, which is crazy. So, but, you know, that's where we are right now with Mixcloud. Alright, so I'm going to just navigate while holding the camera, which is crazy. I'm going to navigate through each screen. Hopefully you can keep up, and hopefully I don't go too fast. I don't want to be going back and forth and then being too fast and being too slow, but hopefully we can do it this way. But you know, it's just an idea, and I'll talk you through it. And as the video posts, of course, you know, go back and forth, you know, listen to it again, and try to grasp what's going on, because when I first started doing it, it was a lot of information to take in, especially even myself, not streaming ever. This is the first time, you know, for me anyway, that had started streaming and using OBS. So, and like I said, this is and the graphics I put up, you know, in OBS, you'll see here in a second. I just started, you know, and you can see not even an OBS Pro, and there's tons of YouTube videos on OBS. And if you know, you want to learn something, man, I'm like, let me just dive into it and see. But here's Tractor, and I have a track just loaded up so you can see the audio coming through, and you can see it running. Also on my board, you know, you can see the LEDs there. Get the focus there, but yeah. So there it is. You know, you can see the track running. Plus on inside OBS, you're gonna learn different tips and techniques and trial and error that, you know, you may have to do a couple things back and forth to get the audio to come through. And like I said, I'm running off the iRig Pro Duo. So I'll show you how to set that up. So let me stop this so you can see what's going on in OBS. So let me minimize this. And like I said, I'm running everything off of one computer. You know, there's my adapter. You know, overload almost, but hey, that's what it's built for, right? So my and my MacBook Pro is I believe 16 gigs on the RAM. So believe that's what you're gonna need. If you run two PCs, just remember, I believe that second PC has to be 16 gigs on the RAM. I tried my wife's computer and it had 16 gigs RAM, but, or it may have had 8. No, it had 8. It had 8. I'm sorry, it had 8 gigs of RAM. 16 is what I have on my MacBook. So it seems like 16 is the magic number for RAM. So if you have a laptop and 8 gigs, that'll probably get you maybe enough to run the OBS and your camera and your software. And then your other PC could run your DJ setup. But luckily for me, you know, like I said, I saved up for a whole year for this MacBook. I was like, you know what, let me push it and let me see. And it doesn't really pull a lot of CPU. I'm like running with OBS in the Gold 7, iPhone 7, and then the iTouch. It's not pulling a lot of CPU. Now, I do have a capture card. I have an Elgato HD 60 Plus, and I can hook up my Sony to it and run just fine. But I think when you run it off your Wi-Fi, you may run into problems there. So I was like, you know what? Let me run it safe. Let me just run the iOS devices for cameras. You may have a different situation if you run webcam, but for me, I'm running the 2 iOS devices. And I forgot to mention that in order to get the iOS to show up, which I should have said that in the beginning, is that, and then we'll get into the software here, when you run these devices, you do need to pay for the app, which is about $15. So just remember that when you run these devices, to get that live feed, you need that app. So it's 15 bucks. Now what's cool though is when you download it on one phone, you get it on the second iOS. So once I had it on my Gold i7, then I was able to go ahead and download it to my touch. So get that set up, start the cameras, and put it in 720. No need to go any higher. Most people that are listening to you, or they're going to be streaming you, the friends that I've had watch me stream on Mixcloud and Facebook and Instagram, you know, they put the phone down and then they jam to you. They're not, you know, there may be a couple of them, you know, looking for shout outs and stuff, but for the most part, they're not watching you, which is cool and not cool, but whatever. They're, you know, they just want the audio. And that's what's cool. You know, they can take that, your mix, and wherever they're at, that can be jamming to your mix and lay the phone right there in the kitchen or while they're cooking. You know, I had people tell me that they're cooking in my stream. That's just cool, you know. So the camera is the second thing. You know, you don't have to have video, but it's cool, and I'll show you in OBS. You want that extra element in case they do pick up the phone, or they do want to send you a what's up or give me a shout out. You know, they can do that. But so I have tractor here. I think I showed y'all. Here's my tractor. Here it is. Boom. There's the audio. You can hear. There's no output. So here's my. That's it running off my headphones. That's a cool thing about doing streams. If you have kids or, you know, whoever, you know, is in another room, man, you can mix all night, all day, and there's no output. You know, there's no speakers blasting. It's only coming through your headphones, which is real cool. Now you can run, depending on the audio device that you have, the audio interface, you know, you can run audio out if you want to broadcast it to an audience, a live audience, you know, in a parking lot or an event or something like that, and you want to stream and you get to that level. Yeah, man, that's cool. You know, one day we'll get there. But this is, you know, just for Mixcloud and Instagram. But you know, one day, hey man, we're all striving for that different level of DJing. So you get your tractor set up or whatever software you're running, then open up or download OBS. And when you get OBS, it's a lot to learn. Believe me, I spent days and days, hours basically getting this going. And you have your taste and you have your creative ideas on how to get this going, and you have your own logo. Or if you don't have a logo, and if you're just an up and coming DJ, here's your chance. Show your creativity. You know, put it out there. Who cares, man? Just put it out there. Create something. Do it. You'll get feedback, if it's negative or positive, whatever. Or if you have a good friend, you know, say, hey man, does this look cool? You know, and then get that feedback. That's what I did. You may be saying, man, that looks like shit. You know, but I'm like, hey man, this is something that I came up with. You can see here, you can see the pointer right there. So that's my logo. The double G is of course Gabriel Garcia, but you know, I wanted to make it look like a record. Boom, there's a hole for the record right there in the center, and then my G's are flipped. And then when I do stickers and stuff, like you see, you know, you can see it on my Mac. There it is. You know, I got it on all my cases. And I want to do hoodies and hats and stuff like that. But, you know, get your logo. You need that logo. If you're advanced DJs that don't know how to stream, or you are streaming and you're just popping in to see what the hell I'm talking about, you know what's up. It's all about logo and branding. Then, of course, I'm not going to go into the fine details of fonts and colors, and I'm going to just give you a basic overview of my page and my stream. There's plenty of videos out there that show you how to do OBS. I'm not the expert. Now, I did my homework and did my research on what to do, and I said, okay, let me just run with that and then dive into getting a stream going. And once I got that stream going, cool. Now I'm in OBS. Here it is. Here's your time to shine. Get your creative ideas out there. So I got my logo. Now, I will say it's a PNG file. Whatever you create, it's best that it's a PNG file. That way you can make this fading it out. So there's a term. If you click on that, whenever you're making that, it's I think it's translucent, or I forgot the term, but basically you want to be able to blend it in with the background. All these are PNG files. So this clock, all we have is now, that's something that's a PNG file. It's a neon sign I found. I popped it in there. Of course, my name. You type that in OBS. Down here, you have a menu on OBS. So inside that menu, you have different things that you want to. If I can get it to focus in there, I don't think it's going to get it. It's too far away. I guess that's where the screen capture, display capture comes in handy. But down here, and I'll go over that too, just in basic form, but I will go over that. But you got your clock, my neon heartbeat right there. I went online and just typed in PNG and whatever was coming up through my head that day. Heartbeat, neon PNG heartbeat. There it was. Neon clock PNG. Of course, I messed with the colors to make it more creative on my side. To change the colors and all the stuff that's inside here, changing this and all that. So in order to do that, you have to, there's a plus sign down here in OBS. So you click that plus sign, then you're going to get a screen that pops up, and it's going to say audio capture. I'll just go over the ones I use. Image, audio, or I said image already. Text. You type text, and I won't do it because it'll screw this one up, but you click, well, let me see if I can do it. Yeah, I won't do it because it will I don't want to screw up the video, but you basically type in what you want up here, hit OK. You want to name it logo 1 or my name 1, whatever you want to name it, hit OK, and then you type in what you want, and then from there you can go in and change the font and change the color and change a lot of things in there. So once you get that created, you keep adding to that scene. So for me, the first scene is, hey man, I'm playing some music in the background, and you can see on the audio level down here that's pumping through my iRig Pro. You want to get that audio going. That way when you say, hey, you're gonna go live at 5, at 4:30 or 4:15, you can be playing some jams, some warm-up jams, or a mix from a friend or whatever, or just some cool background music. You can have that going while people are waiting for you to come on at 5, so you can have like a pre-show. So I'm doing that this weekend, where I'm gonna have hip-hop and dance, but when I'll say in my post, it's, when you push, now it's self-promotion, pushing the link. You got to copy the link from Mixcloud, push it on your page, push it on your audience, push it on your friends, and spread the word to get people to come to Mixcloud to listen to you stream. And that's the hustle of this thing. I got friends in the business that would sell their tapes out their car, that would give tapes away. It's the same situation with OBS and Mixcloud. You got to get them to come to your page. and get followers and get those followers going. I don't have a ton of, I have like almost 1,000 followers on Instagram. It's not a lot, but it's enough to get people to hop over to Mixcloud. Facebook, same situation. Spread the word. Do a promo. Do a cool photo with your face on it and your logo, and say, hey, I'm gonna be mixing in 3 days. Come check me out. Get the word out. So when you get the people over to Mixcloud and you're watching your stream, you can have this page going, and I'll show you what's next. So you have this like pre-show going, and you can do whatever you want in OBS. It's super creative, and like I said, I'm just scratching the surface with OBS, and this is what I've came up with so far. And you'll see there's scenes. I got 3 scenes, which they call slate. So the slate is going, and look, if you're mixing and you're live, you need to create this slate, this scene. You can click this scene, and I'll show you here in a second. Take your break, come back, nobody know whatever happened. Little ins and outs of the DJ trade right there, especially with streaming nowadays. So, say you're ready to go. You got your screen, you got your logo, you got your music playing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, you're live. It's 5 p.m. Down here on the left hand side is your scene, your source, and your audio in the middle, your transition, and your controls here on the right. And like I said, we'll get to the stream in a second, but I'm just going over the basics, very basics of getting your slates and your scenes set up. So in this scene, you'll see I got them playing. I got them hyped up. You've been to concerts. We all been to concerts. We all been to live shows where there's an opening act and you're waiting. Showtime's at 9:45. That's what this is. So you got your people going. You got them waiting. You've done all your promos and stuff. You're ready. They're ready to watch you mix. Boom. You create another scene. In that scene is you'll see the live feeds on the cameras. So let me switch to that. You'll see a slow fade. And there it is. Hey, there you are. You're live. And you'll see this is real. See if I can put my hand behind you. Can't reach it. It's there, but you really can't see it. But that's the live feed. Facing the curtain, of course, you'd flip the camera. You just push on the screen, and when you download the app, you'll see how it works. You just flip the screen back to yourself, and then make sure you're within that scene. And you can see me down here. So this camera, see my hand there on my mixer. You can't really hear that, but you can see my hand. Boom, there it is. Download the software. It's $15. Download it to your phone. Download it to your next device. That way you have 2 cameras. So you can see, so here's another camera right here. So you can see my hand there. Boom, there it is. Get the apps. Get your phones set up. Unless you're going to use webcams, download the software. It's $15. Send it to your other phone, and you'll be ready to go. Then once you get your apps downloaded, plug the USBs into your computer. Once you plug them into your computer, then you need to hit this plus sign that's down here in your sources. Hit that plus sign, and you're going to need to click iOS camera. When you click on that camera, it's going to ask you to add a new camera. So you hit OK, name it. So in this case, I have 2 gold. I named one gold 7. The other one I named, whatever, camera or camera 2. It's like real production, except you're the DJ doing it, right? So that's cool to learn this stuff though. So you named your cameras, camera 1, camera 2. You got them pumped in, and then you can see the live feeds. Now, the setup here on these screens is not that way when you first connect the camera. So, and I'm gonna show you some tricks here. So if you click the screen, okay, you can't see it, but you can see it. Okay, there it is. You can see it's red, right? In that screen, what's crazy about this software is that you can zoom in and out. You can make it as small as you want, and you make it as big as you want. So that's totally up to you. Also, you can move this thing around. Ain't that crazy? Boom. You can move it wherever you want. I just put it there. I just thought it was cool there. Same thing with this one. That turns red. You can minimize it, make it bigger, move it around, whatever you want to do. You can move it here, move it up here, whatever you want to do. There's also some very cool borders that you can download, PNG borders. If I said it too fast, it's PNG. That's the file format. You can get you some PNG borders, pop them around your screen. That'll even add even more of an element to your live feed. I went and searched some cool positive signs. I typed in positive PNGs. Boom. I got these. Well, I got a ton of them. But I'm using this one for now. Then PNG'd my logo. I created that in a software called Affinity. It's like $50 for your Mac. I'm sure there's other software out there, Photoshop and Premiere and all that stuff. I used Affinity. It's just when you save it, it's, you know, save it to a PNG file and boom, there it is. Same thing here. I just did a PNG Instagram. Of course, I'm trying to get followers to Instagram. It's like a loop. Hey, you're on Mixcloud. Don't forget, I'm using Mixcloud. People are watching me on Mixcloud, but I want them to come follow me back on Instagram. So I do my Instagram tag. Come follow me back on Instagram. You're already watching me on Mixcloud. Hey, come follow me on Instagram. So that's why I got Instagram there. But you can put Facebook. You can put your website, which I'll probably add later. You can do a lot of, and it's up to you, you know, whatever you want to put on there. Now, same thing. In this scene, this is my go live, what I call it, go live. I have, on my scenes on the left-hand side here, I have Slate walkout. That's me walking out. And then I go live. That's my next scene. My last scene, which I'll show you in a second. That's called Slate Show. Off air. You know, I'm off. It's my sign off. Just like the ESPN or news or whatever broadcast you watch. Same. This is like a step down, I believe. You know, I'm pretty sure they're, well, I know their software is more advanced than this, but this is basically like a miniature broadcast that you're running yourself. And I'll show you that in a second. But so for my go live, I have in my sources in here, I have my camera, my gold iPhone, my sign, vibes, good vibes, my Instagram PNG, my iRig Duo. Let me click on this and go down. My links, I named it links, my DJ name up here, and then my logo. So when you add all these things, you need to name it, because when you see your sources, you need to see where your sources are. And then when you manipulate and you start editing your page here, you're going to need to know which ones you're working with. So let me show you something real quick. If you click, there's a little eyeball right here. If you click that eyeball, watch this. It's going to go away. Maybe I don't want it today. Maybe I do. Boom. There it is. Your DJ name, of course. You know you want your DJ name. There it is. And you can click the eye and it comes back. You can also lock and unlock right next to that eye, and it's hard to see without me going into. So I'll use the pointer. There's a lock. So say you're mixing and you bump the freaking keyboard or whatever, and you delete your logo in mid-mix, bam, you're screwed, right? No, lock that dang thing down. So if you unlock it, then that allows you to move it around. So now I'll show you. I'll unlock, and then you click it, it turns red. So watch. See, it's red. I can move it wherever I want. I can move it over here, whatever I want to do. Just like with the live feed. Once you like where it's at, lock it in place. That way you can't click on it. See, I can click on this thing all day long with it locked, and it won't lock. I mean, it won't let me edit. That's a cool feature in OBS. So say you're done with your show. Thank you. Boom. You checked it out. you're on fire. You lit the roof on fire. What's up? It's time to end the show. So what I did is I created a slate to end my show. All right. Oh, one thing too. I forgot to tell you. If you're running an audio source, when you're hooking up your cameras and you hit the plus sign under sources and you add your camera, don't forget you need to add your audio source, which mine is the iRig back here. So I've got that iRig USB-C, boom, plugged into my adapter right there. All right. It's you know, it's there. Just like that, you plug it in, and then you of course turn it on or whatever. Then you hit plus sign, add audio. It's up at the top, and that's going to be audio input capture, very top. Click that. It's going to ask you create new. Say yep, name it, click OK, and then you want to, of course, you run it. Make sure it's running. Make sure it's coming through. Make sure it's coming through your audio here, so you can see right there it's coming through. All right, now we're gonna move on to you got your OBS set up. You got your Mixcloud. So Mixcloud is $15 a month. Right now it's in a beta. They won't start charging you for 90 days, which is cool. But $15 a month isn't a lot of money. It's worth it. It goes back to the artist. I believe too, when you stream and you're using Mixcloud, the artist gets some of that money, and then for every play that you do, they're getting advertisement as well. So it's like scratch my back, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type thing. And it's like, hey, don't pay and use Instagram or Facebook and get kicked off and get the chance of being banned, which I know DJs, some of my friends, they've been banned for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They can't get back into their account. And with Facebook, it's not just, oh, this for DJs. Nah, man, that's where you connect with your family and your friends. You share photos and, what you've been up to and stuff like that. But once you go live and you start mixing on Facebook and you get banned, you lose your entire Facebook account. It's not like, oh, you're just banned from streaming. Nah, you're banned from your whole account. Same thing with Instagram. I know I won't say his name, but there's a lot of DJs that who have thousands and thousands of followers and have gotten banned from Instagram. He's still banned. He had to create another account and get followers all over again, so it's crazy. With Mixcloud, you don't got to worry about that. So that $15 per month will go towards that. Okay, so you got your page set up. Now we're gonna hop over to Mixcloud. So I already got it plugged in here. You go to mixcloud.com/live/free. Remember that. Write it down. mixcloud.com/live/new. All right. Because that isn't really advertised a lot of places. Okay. I had to figure that out through YouTube and through other sources. I'm telling you now that it's still in beta form. So right now it's kind of like, oh, where's it at? It's right here. Oh no, it's not on Mixcloud the app. No, you got to go through your desktop to get to it. Then once you get to Mixcloud, that's not even either. You got to type in the specific address. So it's mixcloud.com/live/new. Then it takes you to this page. So if you have Mixcloud, great, man. You're one step away. You do the website I just said, and it takes you to this screen. All right, so follow me. Here, you have, it gives you a step, okay? you want to name the stream. I already named it test. It's up here at the top. I named it test, and there's my mug and crap, so you can see that. So I got it test DJ Gabriel Garcia off air test. Then over here you'll see what you got to do. Go live in 3 easy steps. Name stream. I did. I named it test just for this video. Then it takes you to set up stream key. Alright, so it's real easy. You are going to do now. There's 2 things. There is RTMP URL. Copy that. I won't do it because I already did, but I'll show you where to put it. So click copy. I'm sorry. Click the link. It's going to copy it. Minimize your screen, or if you're doing 2 PCs, that's even better. I'm not, but copy the link. Take it to your PC. I'm going to take it to OBS. Over here, you're going to click Start Stream. I'm sorry. Click Settings. Inside Settings is click Stream. Up here, your server, that's where you're going to copy and paste that RTMP link. Paste it there. Now, once you do it that, you don't got to do it again. That's the cool thing about this Mixcloud, is that you only do it once. What I'm going to show you now is you have to recreate the stream every time you go live, which ain't a big deal. Look, man, we've been through a lot of stuff in our life. This ain't nothing. If you got to copy paste a link, great. If you think it's hard work, come on. This ain't nothing. What you can do, go back to Mixcloud. Click the link. It's going to copy it. Okay. Go back to OBS. Once you're in OBS, go back to settings. Go back to stream. Click the stream. Double click it. Paste it. Click OK. Okay, you're still not done. Like I said, there's a couple hoops to go through, but once you do it, you can do this in like 5 seconds. All right. Trust me, you'll get it down. Click Start Stream. All right. Make sure you got audio. Got that. You're gonna hear friggin' Loco Contigo. Let me turn it down a little bit so you won't know what's up. Okay. Now, depending on your wireless connection, I'm running a Nighthawk freaking $250 router. I'm gonna just throw it out there, and I'm running I have a 3G and I have a 5G capability on my router. Not everybody has that. All right, if you're up and coming DJ and you're on a Xfinity router, I'm not sure if you're gonna get the same latency, or I'm not sorry, same connection speed, and you may have latency on your signal. So that's a key thing to be aware of. Make sure you have a strong enough Wi-Fi when you stream. If your little sisters are on, your little brothers are on, and you want to stream, kick them off. Hey man, I'm going live for an hour. Don't jump on the internet. Disable it from your phones, whatever. If you have a Nighthawk, or if you have a similar router, you may have to worry about that. All right. I just want to throw that out there too. If you have a 5G router, man, put your laptop and your setup next to that router. That way you can get that 5G speed. Me, I'm in the back bedroom. I'm on standard Wi-Fi. I'm not running 5G because I'm a little too far away. I probably could get it, but I don't want to create that extra bandwidth. So just wanted to give you that out there. Okay, so then once you stream, once you start streaming on OBS, then there's a little bit of a delay before you see this screen. That screen is black right now. So with Mixcloud Live being in beta form, that's why I put test, because I don't want to throw it out there, hey, I'm live, but I'm really not, So I put test, that way people will know I'm not really mixing. I'm doing a video, man. What's up? So you start streaming. Then you go back to Mixcloud and then you say, hey, Mixcloud says you're not live yet. That's what it says up on the screen. You're not live yet. This is a preview. Alright? So you're not live yet. So there's a little bit of a delay in the signal. Now you're like, well, crap. You know, did I hit start stream back in OBS? You did. That's why you have this screen right here. Now, what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and click go live, and then it's gonna tell me I'm live, and there's still gonna be a little bit of a delay. All right. Once it comes up, it may, like I said, there's a little bit of trial and error. Okay, when you see that screen, boom, there it is. Okay, so you see how long it took for it to take, maybe, you know, 15, 20 seconds. You can't see, you can kind of see it, but there's a circle spinning, right? So what I did, or what I've done in my previous streams, is once I see my screen in my image, and I remember this is from OBS. Once you see your screen on here, you're basically live. So with all streams, no matter if you're running 5G or even if you're watching friggin' Sports Center, there is a delay. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go watch football on TV and you go watch it in person, it's always faster in person because you're like, man, they're really fast. Yeah. On TV, it's a little bit of a delay. You know what I'm saying? It's not really real time as opposed to. So same situation with OBS and Mixcloud. For me, with my router, it's about a 4 to 5 to 6 second delay. It could be between 4 and 6 seconds. So if I wave my hand down here, see if it'll pop up in 5 seconds. So in about 4 seconds, you'll see my hand wave down there. Watch any second now. You'll see my hand come through. That way y'all can see the delay come through here. Today, maybe it's a little longer today. Okay, there it is. So 7, 8 seconds, something like that. So now you know, okay, hey, I'm good, I'm live, right? So that's a good thing about having that slate. Remember, that slate in the beginning. That other thing I have not opened up was the go live feed. So let's close this. Now I've said I'm running off one PC. You're basically friggin' producing right now, babies. You're a friggin' network producer at this point. Damn, y'all made me snorting shit. Tonight. Damn, I did it wrong. Okay. Oh, you know what? This would be good to see though. Watch. Okay, I did it there. Let me go back to OBS. Let me go back to Mixcloud. Watch. Watch it fade. So that's actually good that y'all seen that. So there it goes. So there's my first slate. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Clock's there. Oh man, he's not ready yet. He said 5 p.m. It's 5:05. Oh man, you know he's doing the freaking actual Rose thing. He's making us wait. Right? That's the thing. So at this point, what you're really doing is making sure that your stream is working. Making sure that your audio is good. You know, making sure, you know, you're letting your peeps know, hey man, come check me out on Mixcloud Live. Now, what I found out is that down here, you can see that pointer, share show. Okay, what I've done is click that link. It's gonna say copied link. Then I post it to Facebook from my computer. Gonna have to have some ADHD here. Most DJs, including myself, you know, you have a lot of crap going on in your head. You can handle and multitask. This is very much along the lines of that. You have to multitask. Just like any other DJ. Share a show. Open up Facebook. Copy it to Facebook. Or if you want to just grab that link, type it into your phone and send it to Facebook off your phone, you can do that as well. So you have your other phone Don't use unless you have to. Do it from your computer or do it from another computer. But if you have your phone handy, type in that link when you click share shows. See what that link says when you paste it. What I've done is copy the link, put it into notes, wrote it down on my phone, and then shared it on Facebook from my phone. So you can have a lot of options. So you want to exhaust your options there. Trying to get your link out, all right? Because if you don't, nobody's gonna watch you. Now, unless you have like a ton of followers on Mixcloud, they're still in beta form. So there's not a notification that goes off and says, "Hey, DJ Gabriel is mixing live." No, they don't have that yet. And that's kind of why I want to put this video out. There's a lot of hoops you gotta go through, but the main driving point is that it's royalty free, copyright free. Once you pay that $15 per month, you're ready to go. All right. So I'm gonna get that out there. Share your show. Do a slate. That way, one slate to get your crowd prepared. Now, if you're ready, you minimize that. Go back to your OBS. Now remember, there's a delay. For me, it's 4 to 6 seconds, or depending on that, it could be 8. Click your go live, and then immediately go to your. Now, if you wanted to, you can wait. Go to OBS. Make sure your screens are there. All right, cool. At this point, it's about to fade into your show. Now you're ready. So this is what the crazy thing about streaming is that you don't see your audience. So you may have some comments coming through on Mixcloud from your Facebook friends or your Facebook fans or followers from Instagram that you've gotten them over here, but you cannot see your fans. Of course, whoever has been streaming knows, but I want to talk to a lot of people that haven't done streams. Your beginner DJs or people wanting to get into this. There's nobody. There's no crowd. My crowd is the window or my face. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, whoever has done DJing has always been DJing, or practicing. So it takes you all the way back to your days that you were in your bedroom, or you're on your table, or you're on your kitchen table or dining room table with your laptop mixing. You've been doing that anyway. The same mindset, right? Except in the back of this computer, or if you have 2 computers running your stream, there's people watching you. So, of course, you can go back. Now, what I've done, like I said, share it on your phone. Go back on your phone and do another post. Go to Facebook. Hey, I'm live now. I've done that. Send the feed out to your stories, Instagram and Facebook, Twitch, whatever. Hey, I'm live now on Mixcloud. Here's the link. Mixcloud.com. It's DJ Gabriel live, whatever it is. Whatever that copied stream is that you shared. Get your people over here. I've had immediate feedback once I went live on Facebook. Man, can't love your show. I'm glad it's got you on Mixcloud. I even went the next step, and immediately after the show, I went back and said, "Hey man, how did it sound? Hey, how easy was it for you to click that link?" Oh man, it was easy. One click and I was there. Awesome. So those are the things that you want to encounter. Hopefully I covered everything. I've noticed it's a long video, but hopefully I covered everything for y'all guys. The final thing is that your show's over. All right, so you're done mixing your hour. This was a Latin set that I did. I got 30 songs in here, about 2 hours worth of music, and I mixed for about an hour and a half. I got to the end of my set, and I was done. I signed off. Hey, thanks for checking me out. Let your music run. Of course, you're going to run into that and what you're going to be doing creatively behind the scenes. With the Tractor and with the Mac, you just minimize it. Go back to OBS. You still have your music going. Don't cut your music off. Hey, thanks for checking me out. Now you're back on this page, right? Hey, thanks for checking me out. It was a lot of fun. Glad you watched. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever you want to say. Your third slate is your slate show off air. Hey, thanks for watch. Actually, we'll reenact it right now. Hey, thanks for checking me out. A lot of fun. We played Latin all night. Appreciate you. See me next time. You see that fade? You create that last screen. Thank you. There's your Instagram tag. There's my logo. Whatever you want to say. Come again. Thank you. See you next time. Whatever you want to say. That's a PNG. Thank you. Or if you want to do a text, I did this. I typed in my my link. You can create that slate to give you that professional look. That way, man, he really spent a lot of time doing this. You know what I'm saying? That way, it's not just audio. It's also the visuals. And hell, man, I even screenshot this while I was DJing. That way, when I was done with my set, I went back and sent the screenshot back to my fans on Facebook and Instagram and Mixcloud. It said, hey, thank you for watching my stream. So it's just another step that you can do to take this screen capture and resend it out and re-thank everybody for watching you. So if you didn't catch it, let me show you this real quick. And I want to show you all at once. That way I could see it real time. But basically there's 3 slates. Inside your slate you have a scene. Over here in your sources is everything that's inside that slate. So the first slate was walkout. Inside that I had my iRig, my clock, my beat, my all we have is now, my name, my logo. Alright, you ready to go? You click go live. Now like I said, you're going back and forth to your tractor, but once you go here, you're done. There's your sign, your name, your logo, Instagram, tag, your 2 cameras that we showed how to set up earlier. You're done with your show, you come back from tractor, you pop in here. Alright, thanks for checking me out. Boom. Hit that slow fade. Boom. And that's it. It's a lot to cover. It's a lot to dive into. You can do it. I did it. I don't have a broadcasting degree. I don't have, you know, the background, but I just learned OBS. If you're creative, and I know you are because you're a DJ, if you're not a DJ and you want to become one, and you're watching this video, you know, it is a lot of work. But once you put the work in, it'll be worth it in the end. So I appreciate y'all checking me out. I'm DJ Gabriel. And hope y'all get y'all stream going. Do it through Mixcloud so you won't get kicked off of Facebook or Instagram. And I'll do more videos. But you have a good one. Peace.